episode, I just wanted to talk about the newish proposal about updating copyright laws in the internet that is going around in the European Union. That would concern stuff like YouTube and Google and Facebook and pretty much everything. And it's very controversial, and the idea is that shifting the responsibility, they think it's a really awesome idea that you as a person are no longer responsible for uploading copyrighted stuff, but the sites are responsible. Like if you upload some pop music, whatever shit, I don't know, modern pop music, I'll just say Madonna, whatever. You upload Madonna to YouTube, you're no longer to blame for it. YouTube is to blame for it. So that would be the shift in copyright law, that the sites hosting it would be responsible. Okay, and the idea is that it shifts the responsibility on the big corporations, and we are like totally egalitarian, and we are like super awesome, and we're the European Union, and of course everybody is against it, because if you shift the responsibility to the companies, they'll just say, okay, we'll develop some little upload filters, and everything you upload we don't like, we'll just block. You can't upload anything that resembles anything copyrighted. That's what YouTube and Google and Facebook and blah 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 will say. So it's really stupid. It's a really stupid law. But what's interesting is that it has gotten so much criticism from people who actually know how the internet works, because the law is developed by old people who think that the internet is where you play Minesweeper, and it got some criticism from people who actually use the internet, and by some criticism I mean a lot of criticism. And now some more sane people are proposing a change to the law, and this is all European Union stuff. At first it doesn't need to concern Americans, but in the long run it might. I'm just talking about, for now it's European Union stuff. But anyway, some saner people are saying, instead of blocking everything that is copyrighted, instead of making big companies block everything that is copyrighted, how about making a law that requires companies like YouTube and Google and whatever to automatically pay royalties from copyrighted stuff? Like, for example, Egotastic Funtime wants to talk about the Orville. He wants to talk about it, and he talks about it. And he uses like a 10-second clip from the Orville. And instead of Fox saying, this is copyrighted, we don't want it, and YouTube blocking it, YouTube is required to automatically see those 10 seconds and pay Fox for it. So Fox will say, oh wow, Egotastic Funtime is reviewing the Orville using some clips. He talks about it, and he talked about it, and we're getting some money from it. And this would actually, for the short term, be really awesome for YouTube reviewers. Actually, this would be a really awesome idea. Like, you're reviewing Star Trek. Star Trek right now is shit, it's Star Trek Discovery, but you're reviewing Star Trek and you're using a 10-second clip from Star Trek. Instead of CBS all there saying, yeah, they're showing a clip from Star Trek, we want that banned, ban all negative Star Trek reviews, because nothing exists but negative Star Trek reviews because our show is so terrible. Instead of saying ban that, they automatically get paid from some footage shown there. It's like, wow, suddenly we like Star Trek reviews, and suddenly we like Egotastic Funtime talking about the Orville, and he talks about it and shows clips, and folks get paid for it. I talk like Gollum. Gets paid for it. Gets paid for it. Jesus, I don't want to talk like Gollum. Anyway, in the short term, this is like a really awesome proposal by some sane people. But in the long term, I'm worried, because if you look at stuff like how much YouTube coverage something like Captain Marvel got, which was just all about going out for controversy from day one. Sorry, I'm a chain smoker. That happens. How much controversy it got from day one, and how much YouTube covered that controversy. And imagine they get paid for every clip shown from the controversy. Basically, they would just say, how about we do nothing but controversial stuff that gets shown the most on YouTube? For franchises, that would really suck, because nobody, no network, no television, no film studio would do anything anymore except controversial stuff that gets covered on YouTube. They would make every character, every story something that would really be a topic of hot debate, so they get shown as many clips as possible. So in the long term, it's a really terrible idea if I think about it. Like, they would do nothing but controversial stuff that would get as many YouTube clips as possible. And in the short term, it's awesome, because all the YouTube reviewers that show clips and screenshots and whatever, they would no longer get hit by copyright stuff, because the networks would say, wow, some free money, awesome. And even better for the fan films like Star Trek Continuous, Exna, and New Voyages and all that stuff. That's even better. Like, they get paid for it, people do fan fiction and they get paid for it. That's awesome. That's awesome for them, and that's awesome for us, because those fan fiction are often better than what the main thing is right now, especially in Star Trek and Star Wars. So for the short term, it's really awesome. But long term, I think, I don't know, it's a really good idea, because I think they've really just gone for controversy, because in the case of something like Captain Marvel or Ghostbusters or something that it really generated so much controversy, and imagine they are being paid just for controversy being shown, having clips shown on YouTube. I think that would really destroy franchises if they just forget about writing stuff at all. I mean, one could argue they already did if you watch Star Trek Discovery or Star Wars The Last Jedi, but forget it even more and just do randomly controversial stuff just to get YouTube videos about it. And I'm not really sure I'm into that. Of course, it's better than the all blocking filters. Like, the proposal right now that is on the table right now is completely stupid, but the adjusted, more sane proposal, it's great in the short run, but in the long run, I don't know if I'm happy about it. I haven't really figured out my level of happiness about it yet. And I like to hear some opinions in the comments. I like to hear some opinions in general. I don't know if in the long term we'll really be happy about that idea. It's better than the blocking everything idea, but I don't know if in the long term that's a good idea. And in the long term, of course it will affect Americans, because of YouTube apply it all over Europe. Why would they not apply the same thing worldwide? Europe is a huge market. Like, imagine the number of internet using people here in Europe. We have Germany, France, Spain, Sweden, Finland, Norway, Austria, Poland, Czech Republic. It's a huge amount of internet users. Of course, YouTube would try to do it globally. This would have consequences for everybody, obviously. Not just people affected directly by the European Union. This would have consequences for everybody. And I'm really trying to figure out if, of course, the proposal right now blocking everything that might be copyrighted is stupid, retarded, but the updated same proposal, I don't know if I'm happy about that either, because they could just get all their money from generating controversy by producing controversial material, and that would really destroy every single franchise we love. And I don't know if I'm happy about that either. So maybe somebody has a better solution. I hope somebody will, because I don't want everything blocked like the proposal right now, and I don't want nothing but pure controversial material like Emperor Jojo talking about pansexual, gay, binary, or whatever, just for controversy. I don't know. I hope something good comes out of all of this. I like the idea of copyright being like people are no longer punishable for it, but that the original IP owners are automatically paid something for it. If you're in a band and you cover another band, and companies are obliged to pay the original band if they get something like a cover. And if you do a Star Trek fan film, instead of being punished for it, Paramount or CBS get paid for it. That's an awesome system in principle. But the implications, it's just hard to foresee. The principle is awesome. Like, you do a Star Trek fan film, instead of being punished for it, you just do it and put it online, and Paramount or CBS get paid for it automatically. That's in principle awesome. But the implications, I'm not sure yet.